Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you all? I decided to make this video because I tried to evaluate the students today in 1BA, but most of them cannot read the story very well. So I will read the story with you. In this week, we start a new story. Its title is Ruby in Her Own Time. And grade 1BA, as I told you before reading any story, I should ask myself some questions. The first question is the title of the story, and our title of this story is Ruby in Her Own Time. After that, I should ask myself about the characters. The characters mean animal and people in the story, or people and animals in the story. In this story, we have family of ducks, mother duck, father duck, and 5 duckling. Duckling means the small duck. 5 duckling. Their name are Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca, and Ruby. Ruby, Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca. After that, the setting. This story happened in which place? This story happened beside the lake. Okay, in the past, beside the lake. What is the genre of this story? This story genre is animal fantasy. Animal fantasy means we have some animals, the characters are animals, they are acting and doing things, talking and doing things like people. Let's read. Once upon a time, upon a nest beside a lake, there lived 2 ducks, a mother duck and father duck. There were 5 eggs in the nest. Mother duck sat upon the nest all day and all night, through the howling wind and driving rain, looking after the eggs, all 5 of them. Then, one bright morning, the eggs began to hatch. 1, 2, 3, 4 little beaks poked out in the sunlight. 1, 2, 3, 4 little ducklings shook their feather in the breeze. We will call them Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca, said Father Duck, and Mother Duck agreed. But the 5th egg did nothing. Will it ever hatch? Said Father Duck. It will, but in her own time, said Mother Duck. And sure enough, it did. She's very small, said Father Duck. What shall we call her? We will call her Ruby, said Mother Duck, because she is small and precious. Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca ate whatever they were given. They ate everything, anything and everything. But Ruby ate nothing. Will she ever eat? Said Father Duck. She will, said Mother Duck, in her own time. And sure enough, she did. Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca swam off whenever they were able. They swam anywhere and everywhere. But Ruby swam nowhere. Will she ever swim? Said Father Duck. She will, said Mother Duck, in her own time. And sure enough, she did. Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca grew bigger. But Ruby grew bigger too. Her feather grew out, and her wings grew broad and beautiful. And when Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca began to fly, Ruby flew too. Rufus, Rory, Rosie, and Rebecca flew far and wide. They flew out across the water. They flew up among the trees. But Ruby flew farther and wider. But Ruby flew farther and wider. She flew out beyond the water. She flew up above the tree. She flew anywhere and everywhere. She stretched out her beautiful wings and soared high among the clouds. Mother Duck and Father Duck watched Ruby flying off into the distance. Will she ever come back? Said Mother Duck. She will, said Father Duck, in her own time. And sure enough, she did.